Hello, I am Mike of Neil of Dice, and I'm going to have a look at the Museum of Fine Art. And can I teleport? How do I teleport? Take a leaflet. Okay, so the Museum of Fine Art, a handy map and information, fun pictures. Lots of different places. So we can see across civilizations, explore. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. I just want to point. Explore common themes and styles across continents and centuries. Qing Dynasty Terracotta Army. Seen about the fearsome horrors that protect the Chinese Emperor Kui Shanghuang. Great Buddha of Kamakura. Yeah, there it is, masterpieces. Lots of different sculptures. And so here are, there's some credits and things like that. Now, the question is, right, okay. So we're doing it this way. So I'm pointing my thumb pad at the ground and then clicking and then letting up. All right, setting. Oh, that's coming later. It's coming soon. There's going to be some options. So I can look at. So we've got statues like this, which is David. Obviously, can I make that go away? No, I can't. Okay, fine. And so, we go. Got some information here. The statue represents the biblical hero David, a favoured subject in the art of Florence, originally commissioned as one of a series of statues of prophets to be positioned along the roofline of the west end of Florence Cathedral. The statue was placed instead in the public square, right at the Palazzo della Signora. So there's the man himself and his bits. And I don't know how what resolution the scan is, but it looks pretty cool from up here. Made by Michelangelo in somewhere between 1501 and 1504. So there you go. All sorts of interesting things about that. And who are you? This is I've no idea. Doriforus, marble copy, spear bearer. One of the best scrape sculptures. Oh, so again, I do. One of the things I love about VR, especially these things, is just how real all these things look. Even though I'm sticking things through their faces, even that makes no sense. So apparently, he originally would have had like a spear over his shoulder, kind of thing. Rendered somewhat above life-size proportions. I don't know. He's about my height, which seems reasonable. The lost bronze original, the work would have been cast circa 440 BCE, but now known only from later, mainly Roman marble copies. So this is quite nice. I do like that you get the detail, and you can see little bits and pieces there. This is really nice. This is I quite like this. Oh, let's go. We can look at the Mona Lisa. I've been told that in some cases the actual experience of seeing the Mona Lisa can be. Let's try and center ourselves. There we go. The actual experience of seeing the Mona Lisa herself can be a bit disappointing because it's actually fairly small. I'm going to get distracted by this now. Go away. Yeah. Anyway, it can be a bit disappointing. Because it's actually a relatively small painting, but this is. I mean, you got the resolution of the HTC headset, but you can get really up quite close. And again, I think this is one of those things you really have to experience this in VR to really get an appreciation for just how smooth this looks and just how real, how absolutely in front of me this is, even though I can stick my hand through it, which feels a bit weird actually. So you can actually begin to really appreciate just how, and look, there are lots of little details in the. I'm just kind of gonna. I wish I had my fingers so I could point at things, but you can see the details in what seems to be the actual structure of the object itself, and how light is reflecting off it. That is really neat. I'm probably not the best person for this kind of thing because I'm very much like to go, yep, seen it, okay, gone now. I like the way that, incidentally, Mona Lisa has absolutely no information about it because, like, you're meant to just know. But we'll go back over here. And we'll go have a look at Botticelli, Birth of Venus. Long been suggested that Botticelli was commissioned to paint the work by the Medici family of Florence, especially Lorenzo di Francesco de' Medici, and the influence of his cousin Lorenzo de' Medici. However, there's no documents associated with the painting of the first identification with the Medici family comes to 1550. There you go. It depicts goddess Venus having emerged from the sea as an adult woman arriving at the shore, which is related to the Venus. Great big Dinomini motif thing. Naked lady. Relatively famous for Terry Gilliam doing quite a lot with this with his kind of cutout animation. See, I rather reckon I would not be able to get this. Certainly, well, let's get. I wouldn't be able to get this close. Oh, that was weird. I certainly wouldn't be able to get this close, probably in a museum. But you got lots of little details. I wonder how much of these little details here are from scanning the painting, and if they have added texture to it. But you can get really close up and see lots of lovely detail. I do kind of wonder how they kind of put this together. This is rather sweet. I like this. Having the breath of life blown into it. Paid by Uma Thurman in the Adventures of Baron Munchausen, which was the Terry Gilliam film. And Venus turned up, and it was actually very much referencing this painting. With the lady in the corner, they're going, "Put some clothes on. What are you doing, woman? Heaven's sake, can't wander on naked." What have we got here? I cannot pronounce this at all. There's no one going to pronounce this. The Coyol Xorki stone, a carved circular Aztec stone, depicting the mythical being Coyol Xonqui, dismembered and decapitated, was discovered in 1978 at the scene of the Templo Mayor of Tenochtitlan, now in Mexico City. So I don't think this is quite as... you can actually see some of the scanning artifacts here and there. So I might want to go a little bit further back and to try and get more of the... more of the overriding effects. So you got the skull and all his bits. And that's his torso. That's his head. So his head does seem to be separate from his torso. That's a bit weird. I don't know much about this particular piece or anything like that. So let's go have a look at this Egyptian individual over here. And I've just turned around. So there we go. Oh no, you're not Egyptian. Are you Greek? No, you're Greek. You are. I'm going to quick check of the time. How long I've been doing? Oh, fine. Anavios Kouros marble. The noble figure of a youth is one of the earliest freestanding marble statues from Attica, the region around Athens. A Kouros, male youth, characteristically nude with the left leg standing forward and the hands clenched at the side, as you can see. Let's go. We can still go really quite close and have a good look at this individual. This is, I mean, again, I love VR. I love being able to do stuff like this. Being able to get right up and close. I mean, yeah, you want the more accurate you can make these things, because like the scanning artifacts in that there is a bit of a problem. There's much less of it here, so you've got to get much more of an idea of what the original actually looks like. Although, you know, is that nose accurate, or is that down to some kind of weird scanning function? So there are. There's a. Okay. There are different things. Oh, this is my map, which I can't actually point at and look at the same time. So this is the Great Buddha of Kamakura through there. Across civilizations. So they've actually got. Let's go for number one. So they've got actual exhibition. This is neat. This is really neat. Explore common themes and style across continents and centuries. So the common theme seems to be flying. Oh, suddenly there's information. I also like the fact you can just make information appear and you can have a look at our individuals here. This is actually really rather sweet. This is just. I mean, I don't think you're going to be getting the real impact of this watching on YouTube, because you're just going to be seeing, a camera, zooming around an object. But it's the presence, of the item, the artifact with my shadow on it. So this is quite. I was thinking like Greek and stuff, but no, it's lies. This is Apollo and Daphne, and done in 1622 to 1623. And finished in 1625. Okay. Oh, this is Daphne. Apollo is chasing this lady here, and she's turning herself into a tree to get away from him. And to avoid his attentions. Apollo and Daphne. So apparently you're supposed to see it from here, from what I just read. So you can see her beginning to change into a tree, and all the kind of foliage and other things around there. Oh, let's go around here. And yeah, so there you can see her, beginning to become that kind of tree trunk type thing. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this is similar to over here. It's high quality. Oh, this is Augustus. We'll come back to Augustus. Because this looks quite. Oh, this is nice. Ooh. Look at that. You can just stick your face right up in. This is brilliant. Menkura and his queen. Two figures stand by side, gazing into eternity. He represents the epitome of kingship and the ideal human male form. She is ideal female. He wears the nemes on his head, along with artificial beard and a wraparound gilt with central tab, all of which identify him as king. So that's his. So there's his fake beards. There's his the tenes, the nemes, and there's gilt. In his hand, he clasps what may be a brief full of symbols of his office. High cheekbones, dark blonde nose, slight furrows running diagonally across from his nose, from his mouth, and his lower lip thrust out in a slight pout. Might be seen on her as well, though her face is feminine fleshless, which his lacks. Traces of red paint remain on his face and black paint on her wig. So there was originally. These were probably painted. I'm swapping these. That is just. Get away! Get away! Don't want that anymore. Go away. No. Okay. Oh, this is so neat. I do love the being able to just get straight up and really have a look. It's quite low down, so I have to stoop a bit, but I suppose that's understandable. So I'm not quite sure how this links. I mean, you got the two figures there, and you got the two figures there. That makes. I'm not quite sure what this guy's doing here, apart from pointing at me. This quality 3D scan of the Augustus was graciously donated by Professor Bernard Fisher, of the University of Indiana, along with his graduate student Matthew Brennan. Okay. Oh! Now everything's lost some frames there. So yeah, you can see. I would love to have even more detail, I have to say, because it looks a bit. Not quite as I would have. I would like to even more detail. I'm going to stand here. No, I'm not. I'm going to stand here. There you go. Pointing at me, so you can point at my face. I'm going to stick one. Here we go. You hold the controller. There you go. This is an important and vital use of virtual reality technology. There you go. So I can run the back. Look, there you go. This is the back bit of an emperor. Much less detail. I wonder if he just wasn't meant to be seen from this angle. Go back here. being shown in the role of his imperator, the commander-in-chief of the army. As Thornicatus, or commander-in-chief of the Roman army, literally the thorax wearer, meaning the statue should form part of a commemorative monument to his latest victories. He's in military clothing, carrying a consular baton. Oh, well, the consular baton may have gone. Raising his right hand, a rhetorical Lucutia pose, addressing the troops. The bas-relief reliefs on his armored cuirass have been complex and allegorical in general, but I can't really quite see them too. I don't know whether that was simply the lack of detail in the original, depending on where it was meant to be seen. But that would be quite interesting. That's beautiful. I mean, I love this kind of sculpture. I think it's just beautiful stuff. So we're now going to zip over here. Look at this. What is this? So I'm not quite sure how this all links. Explore common themes and styles across continents and centuries. I'm not quite sure how this all fits. Lintel 24 is released above the central doorway of structure 23. That's handy. Carved from limestone during the reign of King... I don't know. Oh my goodness me. It's a Marj Balaam II says, Lady Cook invoking the vision serpent to commemorate the accession of a husband to the throne. I'll take your word for it. This is obviously not figurative work, but it's still very impressive, and it's really great to be able to see it, because I mean, normally I'd have to go see the British Museum to go have a see it. Go see it. The vision serpent writing before her has two heads, one at each extreme. From the north, one measures the warrior, from the other measures the head of the central Mexican deity. I guess I see that. I suppose this is something that you would have learned how to read if you're a Mayan kid. You learn how to read these things and see which bits were, this is the serpent and this is the serpent head, and I presume this is the warrior coming out. But that's a bit weird. I'm not quite sure how to read these myself. Oh, the lights are flickering. Maybe that's telling us to move on. So how am I doing? How am I doing for time? Yeah, don't do too bad. I guess go have. I'm going to look at the. I don't know why this is the. No, that didn't work. Why number 3 is it's got an unfilled in number, which is interesting. I'm not quite sure why that is. So let's go have a look. Oh, maybe this. Ooh. So we're kind of outside. So we've got an extra little thing. Shiva as Lord of Dance. Indian Chola period 1880 to 1279. Hello. But I think clearly what we're meant to go look at here is the Great Buddha of Kamakura. Ono Goroemon, or Tanji Hisatomo, 1248. Bronze Kotoku in Buddhist temple. Kotoku in Buddhist temple, Kamakura. Monumental outdoor bronze version of Amitabha Buddha. Mm-hmm. So how close can we get? How close can we get? We can get up to here and go, wow, that is big. Big and snowy. Could probably do with a bit more detail in the kind of environment, because this is just a blank white. And I can actually get, it's a little disorienting, but that is very big. And this is something you couldn't do in a real museum. You couldn't have this huge outdoor area. I also can't see. I can't see my chaperones. I don't know where I'm standing. Yeah. And so this, I mean, I haven't even seen like all of the exhibit. Let's get back. It's clearly very cold here. Let's get back to the warm. Wow, this is really neat. This is a neat thing. Oh, it's slightly shiny. There's some credits over here. Some credits. Yeah, so this is the VR Museum of Fine Art. I really recommend this if you've got the capability of looking at this. I've only looked at half of it. I've not looked at the terracotta army. I reckon that's going to be fun. Pieta, the religious masterpiece of C. Michelangelo's Pieta, and other accompanying religious items from around the world. That's going to be brilliant. So the stuff I've seen is fantastic. But there's even more to do, even more to look at. Wow. I think this is really this is really excellent, and the performance has been amazing. The performance has been really, really smooth and lovely. It's really nicely put together. I kind of like one thing I would like more, like if I could get, I could see David from down here, but it would be quite nice to see David from other angles. But this is a really excellent little thing to play. Oh, if statues appear poorly detailed. What is that? I'm not really sure because I think he looked all right before. Can I do that for me? Oh, I can. Oh, sweet. Because there was in fact that one statue back the way, which I thought was a bit low poly, and this is still much the same. Anyway, I'm babbling now, so let's go back in. Let's go look up the David, and I'm going to say thanks so much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Come visit Enough Dice, enoughdice.com. We're also available on Facebook and on Twitter. You can find links to that in the video description. And until next time, visit your local museum. I'm going to point off this way because that's where my keyword is to show everything up. So thanks again for watching.